Excuse me, could you point me in the direction of ScreamCity? Never mind, I think I found it.
Hello, horror freaks. Welcome back to Scream City. I'm your host, Monica.
And I'm Jess, and today we will be discussing the new 2024 film, Immaculate.
God save me for a reason, but I'm still searching for what that reason is. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, we're finally discussing a new movie that is in theaters, so we're excited. But obviously, before we jump into the movie, let's get some life out of the way. Jessica, do you have any jump scares? Two. She comes with two today.
The first one, I brought some decoration for you guys. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. If I sneeze, Monica, you better cut it out.
I don't want any of that love she's given.
You better cut that out of the video.
Oh, I will.
If I sneeze.
I will silent everything else and only focus on your sneeze. Like, please.
So this is jump scare number one. Jump scare number two actually has to do with this. This is tea. Which, can I just say before I continue, Contigo with you. I'm not sponsored, but I poured this at like 3 p.m. It's 9 p.m.
and it's scorching
still hot. And you want to know how I know that it's still hot? Because I spilled it all over myself.
And that's
my
I also
leg,
would have jump scared.
Feel it. But
it's all right.
You know, I'm there. I'm alive somehow. But there's it's still very hot, and there's still a lot of tea, even though I spilled a shit ton. So shout out.
Did
Contigo,
it spill like from the nozzle or
from the little top right here? Yeah.
Oh, that's
literally.
Scary.
Yeah.
That is a jump scare.
That's me. What about you, Monica?
You're in a lot of physical pain. Remember how last week your tummy hurt?
Yeah.
Well, now this week my tummy hurt.
Oh. I passed it to you.
I think you did.
A little bug.
I guess so. Yeah, I got home. I showered. I started eating, and I said, "Ooh, my tummy hurt." Yeah, another jump scare. I watched the Nickelodeon documentary, and let me tell you something. Bawled my eyes out. Cried a lot. So sad. Sad. Fuck Brian Peck.
Period.
Fuck literally every
word.
Single pedophile that's in Hollywood.
Say his
and
name.
Fuck Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
He can literally eat ass from a homeless man who's never washed his ass in 16 months and die in hell. Actually, no. Hell is taken. He can go somewhere else. So.
I agree. I haven't watched it, but I've obviously seen TikToks and heard so much about it. We even briefly discussed it in my screenwriting class yesterday, and it was pretty crazy.
It's rough. It's rough. It's really rough. It's very sad.
And I think what's one of the things that sucks the most is us as kids watching these shows, not knowing what was going on behind the scenes.
Oh, it's so sad.
And kid you not, 3 or 4 months ago, I started rewatching Drake and Josh. And so I stopped watching it just because I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix, even though I watch it back and forth on Peacock and Netflix. It's so random. But I logged into Netflix today to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and the next one that said, like, continue watching was literally Drake and Josh. And I was like, fuck. I don't think I can watch it.
No, I can't
anymore.
I can't. I was also in the middle of watching Drake and Josh. I was already like on the second, third season or something, and I hadn't picked it back up. But I kind of watch Nickelodeon shows when I can, kind of when I'm in the mood for them. But now, like, I just feel so wrong. I don't know. But that was a bit of a jump scare. That was last week. Just a lot going on in the brain, and I don't think that helped. So, but anyway, let's go ahead. Get into the movie. Yeah.
So if you haven't had the chance to watch this movie, just know that there will be spoilers. This is a new movie.
Show is.
Literally came out
2 days ago.
Sure.
4 days ago.
So just know there will be spoilers.
Sure will.
So don't say that we did not warn you, because we did.
We sure did.
So to give a quick synopsis of this movie, Cecilia, a woman of devout faith, is warmly welcomed, I would say otherwise, to the picture-perfect Italian countryside, where she is offered a new role at an illustrious convent.
Mm-hmm.
But it becomes clear to Cecilia that her new home harbors dark and horrifying secrets.
It sure does. It sure does. So with that being said, Jessica, what are your 3 for this movie? Your first impression, your fave scene, and let's say favorite spook, because, well,
I mean, we get kills.
we do get kills, so maybe your favorite kill.
Yeah. First impression, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember watching it for the first time.
Dang, that's crazy. Already.
It's not like it was 2 hours ago.
Literally 2 hours ago.
Which funny story. I have to say that. I'm gonna mention it. My sister was running late. I was supposed to watch it with my sister, and I did. But I'm going up the stairs, and I hear, "Hey, girl," and I'm like, "Who? Me?
Oh my
I'm the girl.
God. Me, I'm
but
the girl."
Here's the twist. Here's the twist. I heard Monica's voice, and I was like, "Weird, interesting.
Interesting.
What is she doing here?" Well, I look over, and it's not Monica, but her sister and her brother-in-law.
I
was like,
I have been told that my sister and I sound alike, like over the phone and stuff.
which I hate to, you know,
I hate
but
to
she
kind of
did
nail the.
say that she did find it offensive that I thought it was you.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
sorry, Stephanie.
Well, it's not even
you know.
offense to her. Like, sis, what do you expect? We're literally the same person. Anyway,
First impression.
That's so funny.
Watched it less than 3-4
Literally.
hours ago.
literally just came out.
Slow burn.
Yeah, it is.
And here's the thing. It's really hard not to compare it to The Nun.
Yeah.
Personally, I found it really hard not to compare. Like Italian, American nun going to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
The convent looks the same as the second nun.
She's in the middle of trying to get her vows.
Yeah, literally in the middle of trying to get her vows.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy priest.
Okay.
She's
She's like putting that out there.
Where, so
I don't know. Yeah, because the priest in the first nun, he was a little older, but he was handsome. She's like, that's just me though.
That's just me though. And so, yeah, because I was comparing it to The Nun, I was like, The Nun had more action already. Like at this point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking briefly about this before we started recording, but I think I was expecting to not like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so my thoughts on this movie are still very like I'm trying to piece them together.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't. There were moments where like I was like, I don't know if this is going with this. Like,
right.
I think that the storyline and the plot were written really well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like there's still something that was missing, or something that I left unsatisfied with.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was as I expected.
Yeah.
The kills were pretty crazy.
Yeah.
My favorite scene.
It's just like I literally can't remember. I all of a sudden forgot the whole movie.
Yeah.
that I just watched.
I don't even. Okay, so there's just again there was so much going on, in a way.
Yeah.
I hate to do this, but I want to start with my favorite kill so that I can
Yeah. Get the flow
have
going
time
a little
to
bit.
linger.
Yeah.
Isabel.
Oh, Isabel's kill was.
I mean, she killed herself, but it's still a
but
kill.
it's still a kill because I think what was cool about that scene is that nun was not quick to be like, let me see. She turned her over so quick.
No, and I have to hand it to the makeup team because it
was so good.
Was crazy.
I don't know if it was CGI or like if it was.
I
hope it was like real
up.
FX.
I think that was
FX
straight
makeup.
up FX makeup.
It
Yeah,
looks so good. Very gruesome. Very gruesome, but very
very,
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I like how like the Cecilia was just like walking on my pregnant self.
And I love.
And you just see her
falling. I really
in the background.
Like that,
yeah, it was. Cool. Her kill was cool.
Yeah. My favorite scene. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at my notes.
I'm dead.
I guess
there's
the
there's
catacombs.
there
were-
is the catacomb
what?
scene is actually really
I
cool.
found my favorite scene.
Okay.
It's the birthing scene.
I was gonna say her. Okay, listen. So, well, I'll go into mine in a minute, but her birthing that baby was a little intense.
It was her screams.
too real.
Too real.
I know some
no
mama-
epidural.
No epidural, no
No
nothing.
epidural. No Nathan.
No whiskey,
No
no
Nathan.
Nathan, no tequila. I know some mama out there felt that.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Girl, me too." Okay.
Yeah. No. My favorite scene. I think I was just like kind of mesmerized with it. Like her screams were intense and horrifying, and then of course the very end. But I really want to talk about that. So
We will
so that's
definitely
me. What
dissect
about
that.
what about you? Your big three.
So my first impression, I watched it literally last night. So I'm still sort of sitting with this one. I don't think I have digested the whole movie yet. I feel like there's still a lot that I'm still trying to like also piece together. But what I can say 100% is that I would watch it again so that I can get another feel for it. I definitely would give this movie another chance. So
I would too.
yeah, like, so I don't hate the movie. It was slow in a lot of parts, but I don't know. But I also feel like overall I wasn't that disappointed. I kind of think I liked it. I don't really know yet. I do think that Sydney Sweeney did really well in this movie. I think she slayed. I think,
100%.
I think horror and like her in an element where she's like in fear, I think suits her. Like I think she looks really good in that, like portraying that.
I think it was also kind of a breath of fresh air. I have probably watched 5 episodes of Euphoria and called it a day, but I know that she's kind of getting Megan Foxed in a way.
Ooh.
So I think it was also kind of like a breath of fresh air seeing her not be so overly sexualized.
That is actually 100% true.
Which, yeah, there was nudity, but like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
more,
nothing crazy.
Yeah, it was a little more. It was a little more modest of the nudity.
Yeah.
That's actually so true. But I mean, this movie isn't all that scary. It did rely a lot on jump scares, which I mean, I guess for me personally, as like a horror movie watcher, I don't mind it because I scare easy.
You know which jump scares got me? The bird.
Oh, that bird.
Which I was like, that's what you get, bitch. No,
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
All right.
And one of the nuns when she like
Yes,
hurt the scissors.
she cuts her fucking hair
That shit
so
was-
quick. That made me jump. That
Yeah,
was
me
very
too.
scary.
That made me and my sister jump at the same time. So, like, I wasn't
Very
expecting
scary.
that. Yeah.
Very scary. But again, I scare easily, so it for me, like when a movie relies on jump scares, I don't hate it that often. I know some people don't like that because they're like, and I'm like, whatever. That's kind of what horror is also known for, is for that specific element. So shut up. Anyway, it was very gory. Like I think for this type of movie, and I loved. And I also think that this is one of those movies that definitely has like a deeper meaning. So I'm still kind of going back and forth on what that meaning could be.
I think I know, and I'd like to discuss it.
I was going to
whenever
say,
you-
no, 100%. And I think so far the only thing that I can kind of keep in my mind are two different things is like, I guess like maybe like the horror side of like what religion can be, like organized religion. And then also like women kind of being used as like cash cows in almost any sense. Whether that's like Hollywood, whether that's for like, I don't know, in ways that they can't really fully consent of, I guess. I don't know. Again, I'm still digesting. I'm still kind of throwing around ideas, but it's a lot. But we'll dig into that a little bit more a little bit later, and I'll kind of explain why. My favorite scene, I also don't think that I would have been able to choose a favorite scene if I would have just gotten out of watching the movie, because going home, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But then this morning when I was kind of finishing the script and doing this part for myself, I was kind of thinking of like scenes that kind of sat with me, like the first scene that I kind of thought of or that came to mind, or things that kind of just lingered. And the one scene that I really enjoyed was the first confession that she goes to, which I think turns out to be a dream for her. And she's saying like, it's been 3 days since my last confession. The priest or the father is not saying shit. Like, he's just silent the whole time. And then just slowly, like, the side that the father is sitting on, it just slowly starts, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like it starts being pushed back, if that makes sense. So kind of elongating. So it starts creating a lot of space, and she's kind of like getting up and she's like, what's going on? And then that turns into something else. She gets thrown backwards into like a spotlight on her, and then her hands are just like feeling all on her face. And she's just like, did y'all see that?
Did I miss that part?
Yeah, you missed it.
Damn, you missed that part. Well, that was a really good scene.
Damn.
Well, I was gonna say, why are you looking at me like? I was like, why are you looking at me like if you don't know what I'm talking about? Well, it's a really good scene. So sorry I spoiled that for you, but it was a really good scene because it's like it starts off very kind of innocent, but then it turns into very dreamlike, eerie, kind of like just dark, and it just looks really cool. And she's being like attacked. I don't know. I can't remember if those scenes were put together or if they were two separate times, but it was overall really good. My favorite kill. So I had put on here favorite scare because that's like what I had wrote, but I was going to say whenever she gets her fucking feet branded, I was like, ow. First of all, I'm ticklish, bitch. Second of all, ooh, anything with feet, eyes, and like mouth. I don't know.
You like feet.
Okay. Her feet are kind of cute. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I think favorite kill. I don't know. I think
I think
I was gonna say the
I don't know.
priestess kill is like
was
really
pretty
nice
with the rosary.
Rosary. Oh, I'm talking about priest, like where she like
The
stabs.
father. The handsome one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a difference?
There is.
Okay. Is father like
Below,
superior? Oh,
I don't know.
wow! You don't even know. Anyway,
But no, the one with that looks like the Pope.
yes,
He's superior.
he's superior.
than
Yeah,
the
for sure,
father.
for sure. Yeah, that head wrap was crazy. That crown crazy. And then I know it's like the other gentleman, the one that gets killed by the one that she kills with the rosary, which
Yeah, that was the
symbolic. But I was
Yeah.
talking about the one where she stabs him in the neck with needle,
yeah.
needle, or not
With
the
the
needle, the nail.
nail.
Oh my god. Anywho, his kill was really cool. I liked it because I don't know, because he was in the middle of almost like doing literally like a C-section on her. And then her screaming was so like, it was a little too realistic. So I was feeling a little like, and then she grabs the nail and just into the aorta or straight through his neck, and then blood everywhere. So it was really good. It was really nice. So yeah, those are my top 3. So let's go ahead and discuss a little bit more about the movie with what we can. It's still a little bit fresh on our minds, so this might be a little chaotic and a little everywhere.
I think it is going to be chaotic.
100%, which is
so
fine.
much to say.
I do too. It's like I have so much to say, yet nothing because I don't understand it.
I want to start off by getting this out of the way
Yes.
because I'm sick. And I doubt that I'm the only person that this happens to. But when I'm sick and my throat is sore, I feel nauseous and I feel like gagging anytime I smell or see something gross.
Disgusting.
Any blood scene, you can ask my sister.
Any
blood scene, I was gagging.
Really?
I was like, oh, I had to close my eyes during when this bitch was fucking smelling her blood,
Oh,
which
that
turns
was
out to be chicken blood. She looked, no, I gagged.
That was pretty gross because that's a lot of blood.
And it wasn't even human blood.
No.
The second scene that made me gag was her fingernail coming off.
And then the noise of it all, like the
And
crackling.
Listen, don't
Disgusting.
get me wrong. Usually during scenes like that, I'm like, cool, slay. I never gagged once during Terrifier. But it's
Not
because I'm
once during
sick.
Saw.
Or Saw, yeah. It's because I'm sick, okay? Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
no, I don't know. It is pretty gross. I do like the scene where she tried to bamboozle her way out. Actually, now that we're kind of on this, and the scene of her running away is actually so beautiful.
Very good.
One, because it's in the countryside, so the background of it is beautiful, chef's kiss. But second of all, it gives you enough space to look like if she's running away and she's getting away with it, just so that the camera can pan a little bit more. And
see
that
how
motherfucker is
close.
literally so close that they capture her.
I hate
Oh
it.
my God, that made me so
No,
mad.
you're so right.
Oh, that was like a perfect
that
way.
was actually also a really good
That
scene.
was a cinematic, like, that was good. That was cinematography right there. That was good.
That was good.
That was nice. That was nice. Anyway, yeah, that was really good. So I like how she tried to bamboozle her. And to be fair, like, it also, what time were they in? Because I thought they were in like the fucking
The 50s.
no, not even like before, like in the 30s or some shit, just to find out that they have cell phones. And I was like, hello. So
You know,
I
think
don't
it's
really
set-
understand.
I think it's set in modern time, but
because Catholicism is very traditional and very kind of like old fashioned.
I will say though, and I think Eric brought this up a second ago, but the beginning scene with the nun that gets her leg,
oh, that was gross.
that looked like it was set in the 50s
Earlier,
and I think if this is what you were saying, she
ended up being the crazy lady,
which I don't think so,
who made of
because
voodoo.
I'm pretty sure the one from the beginning was buried alive.
Do you think that's the one that she finds in the catacombs?
No,
or was that her friend?
That's Quinn.
Oh, that's her friend.
Because there's no tongue.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw her face and how, yeah, how ugly it looked.
Which, now that we're talking about Quinn, R.I.P. Quinn.
Is it Quinn? I thought it was Gwen.
It could be Quinn, Gwen.
Quinn. We're going to call her Quinn. Penguin.
Sister Gwen.
Sister Gwen.
Just Win.
Sister Gwen. Yo,
yeah,
hey, for real,
she
her
was-
actually yes, because they had like the dialogue of like current times,
yeah.
so she was great.
She was great. She was
Shout out to her,
advocating.
advocating hard, and she was like, "Y'all are just standing here acting like if everything is okay. Y'all aren't gonna question what the fuck is inside her." I'm like, shout out, sis. Great for her.
I did. I think she brought a little bit of the comedic relief.
Yeah, she was pretty funny.
She was like, "Too much blood of Christ," and
Dead.
which one was it? Oh, Cecilia was like, "What is she saying?" And Quinn was like, "God is good. God is great.
God is
Like,
good. God is
same.
great. Let's just be great." Yeah, she's funny. Oh my God, when she was like, I think her vibrator died, and then she's like, Cecilia looks at her like, "What did you just say?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing. I love her. She's great."
And the other thing that I kind of noticed about comparing like The Nun and this movie is having a relic from Jesus Christ. So The Nun obviously has Jesus's blood, right? And this movie has the nail.
Oh,
So I'm noticing
that is pretty cool.
I'm noticing a little bit of a comparison.
Yeah, that is actually really good. I like that.
I'm like, why the fuck? Why the fuck would and I think it was Reverend Mother. Why would Reverend Mother hand the nail to Cecilia without her wearing gloves?
That is pretty gross.
Like the Reverend Mother was wearing gloves, but she handed it to Cecilia without gloves.
I don't know if maybe that was supposed to be symbolic in some way. Like maybe
think-
she kind of already knew that
Maybe by then she was already
going to be
preggers.
and
and
so
that's
she
why
was like,
touching
it made her faint.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it made her faint, because Jesus was in the womb talking about, oh my God, my past life. I don't know. It's a little crazy. I'm not sure. So I think I went into this movie maybe thinking I was going to also be comparing it to The Nun. But once I kind of started getting the impression that this movie was not paranormal and a little bit more of like, I guess like of more of like look at what's going on and not necessarily needing to look at what's behind, if that makes sense. I kind of started losing the need to compare this to like The Nun or like even almost any other paranormal movies that rely on religion and kind of blend those two. So I will say, I think this is a really good fresh take on like someone taking something from like religion and not turning it into paranormal.
Yeah.
Which I think is like a really cool concept, and I don't think it's something that we've seen.
100% I agree. When I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be paranormal.
Yeah, me too.
But I think going back to kind of what we were trying to discuss earlier, like a second meaning behind this, of course every my professor who used to teach a horror movie said something that I can't believe I forgot, but he said every horror movie is going to have an analogy. That's what he said. That is what he said.
Yeah.
And obviously this movie has one or a second meaning behind it. My take personally, and I think something is still brewing in my brain, so I think this is just like part one of what I think it is. Just the inside of the history, I guess, and of the Catholic Church.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know, like, there's a famous quote that I really like that's like, nothing is scarier than actual human beings.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So
110%. I agree. And sometimes, and I think that's another reason whenever it comes to like watching movies that I know or I sense that come with like a deeper meaning, I feel like sometimes I can hit it on the nail or I think a bit too far into it. And then I'm like, wait, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And sometimes the message of a movie can be as simple as like, hey, this is what happens in religion sometimes and it's fucking crazy, but like it's out there, so pay attention to it type thing. Or it can be like something else. Or I mean, at that point, it's kind of, I guess, like the watcher to kind of interpret it however they want to and whatever message they see from it. If it fits, cool, whatever the case is. So I don't know. I still don't know. I was just going off of like the vibes of like using women as cash cows because it's unfortunately something that happens and we see a lot. So we kind of put women in like media or in Hollywood or in like these kind of pedestals just because we know that they're going to make us money in some way and or going to give us the result that we are seeking and needing. And that's really all that we want them for. And we see it a lot in Hollywood. A lot of people kind of insinuate a lot of it. Doja Cat has a lyric talking about I'm a cash cow, and it's like, okay. So that's just kind of like the insinuation I was getting because I feel like, because even she says it herself in the movie. She was like, okay, she basically says like, I'm going to give you this baby. And then what? Like, what do you want? What are you going to do with me? Or like, what's the whole point?
And I think it's so, I'm glad that this movie actually talked about it because when we find out what actually happened to Cecilia, my mind was,
ooh,
God wouldn't want that.
No.
Jesus wouldn't want that. Like, because they're forcing her and they're forcing.
Yeah, like it's something very.
Like, if God wanted it to happen, he would let it happen naturally. He wouldn't, and Cecilia, she said it too. And the father goes, well, God hasn't stopped it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a lot of like, I don't know. I think it's also one of those things where it's like, depending on all, it could also maybe kind of see like where you stand on like religion and how you view things. Some like non-believers, believers, some people who are in the middle, some people who like, I don't know. I think it's a good version of like what religion can hold and like looking from an insider, an outsider, from someone who became or who was a non-believer who becomes one. And then I don't know, I think it's a lot of like, just get what you can or what you want from this movie.
I just saw, I don't know if it was Twitter or TikTok, pretty sure it was TikTok, but someone, a gentleman who has a podcast, either reached out or a nun reached out to him saying, hey, I watched Immaculate and I'd love to talk to you about it on your podcast.
Sick.
And I'm like, but he
I wish that was me.
I know, but he hasn't like uploaded the video yet or whatever. And I'm like, I want to know what she thinks.
Actually, that would be really cool. That would be kind of cool to kind of insinuate. Because I mean, again, like I don't know. I feel like it's a very hit or miss with like knowing he's going to be offended, knowing who's not going to be offended. And I think if there's like an underlying message in any story, and if you think that it's fitting and you come from like the background that they're trying to kind of depict, then I think it's important to kind of get both sides. I mean, to get what you can.
Overall, I'm like trying to like, would you consider this? I don't even want to like. Overall, I think anyone who is deeply devout to faith would
Mhm.
consider this blasphemous. Which, I mean, I think every horror movie that involves the Catholic Church or
Yeah.
any religion would be considered blasphemous.
Mhm.
Like Cecilia, I guess, is dressed as Virgin Mary in a way, or the
actually,
Immaculate Mother.
She slayed in that outfit. She
Yeah.
slayed. She looks so good.
Yeah.
The minute she vomited,
I knew.
I said, "Girl, you pregnant?
I knew.
You pregnant?"
I
What I
knew.
did it. Well, actually, I was gonna say, yeah, I knew from the minute that like she was like, I don't feel good, and then they like started doing stuff, and then they started
They
interrogating
show
her.
They show
They show her the pee cup, and she's like,
Can
"Fuck."
you were about to get into this, but can we talk about how they gaslit the fuck out of her?
Oh, they sure did. They sure
were like,
did.
The doctor checked her, and she was like intact. I don't even know. Like,
Yeah, like her hymen was
her
still
hymen
intact,
was still
so
intact
like
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Which,
like she was.
sorry, I'm very like. Why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? Why have a male doctor
Yeah.
for an all women convent? Like,
That could probably have another deeper meaning of like it's always the men who have to make the final decision on
And-
whether a woman can have a baby or not.
Quinn said it herself. Who said it? Quinn? Cecilia. One of them was like, Quinn said, Cecilia said, "Do you still believe in God?" And Quinn said,
Yeah,
of course I do. Like, only a man would
create like
create
she's like
this,
would
yeah.
only a man would create such a miserable life that we live in or something like that.
like
And I
that.
said Queen 8 immediately. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is one of those movies that you kind of interpret it however you can, however you want. I don't think there's really like a wrong like interpretation of the movie. I think it's all just kind of what you see, what you could take, and I think it's all maybe valid. So I don't know. Again, like now talking a little bit more about the movie and dissecting a little bit more, like I don't know. I don't hate the movie. It is slow. So, I mean, if you're kind of far into this episode and you haven't seen the movie and you're looking for a reason to watch it, just know it's very gory, but it's also kind of slow. And the birthing scene. Okay. So the birthing scene.
Oh shit.
So the birthing scene is so intense. And so I watched it last night, and our theater time was so full. Like we were like arm in arm with like a bunch
Really?
of people. And so the birthing scene is literally like I think 3 minutes long, or maybe not that long, maybe like 2 minutes or so, but it feels really lengthy, and the camera is just on her. Like it doesn't pan away, it doesn't
We
cut.
never see the baby.
We never see the baby the whole time, but literally for a minute and a half straight, she's literally just yelling into the camera because she's in the middle of giving birth. With like blood all over her face and everything, and it's like, I don't know, Sydney Sweeney,
intense.
I think she had to dig deep down into some type of hurt or physical pain that she endured. I don't know, but it was a little too realistic. The only thing I will say is that when I was in theaters, people were laughing. And so I guess they were laughing because they're like, oh my God, like it's lasting so long. So I don't know if they laughed out of like feeling awkward because they're like, okay, we get it, like move on, or because people are fucking stupid. I also heard a guy laugh whenever someone laughed whenever I think the fucking Isabel like killed herself. And I was like, okay, anyway, whatever. So
Childish.
literally, it's so stupid. So it's a really awkward scene to watch, but I think that's the point.
It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yes. And I think it
because-
gives the insinuation that she doesn't give birth to a baby.
Okay, that's one thing that I wanted to mention. It didn't sound
It didn't
like
sound
a
human.
human.
It wasn't
And
crying.
I thought to myself, if I'm thinking correctly, if they do show the baby, it's gonna be a lamb.
Oh.
But they never showed the Maybe.
They don't show it. You kind of see it like in the black background, like super, super blurred out.
It's
And
like
it kind of looks like
covered
a
in
pebble,
blood.
though. Like a little pebble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't show what it is, but her face completely drops in mortification whenever she sees it. So we can tell that it's not human, or at least it's not what she's expecting it to be. And then she kills it with a rock. I was like, the minute she walked away, I was like, she's either going to abandon it or she's going to fucking kill it. And I don't know. It's a little intense, but I think it helps bring the movie together.
I don't know if I am misinterpreting this, but did she give birth on Christmas? Because the nuns outside were, like, when they were doing her last ultrasound before she killed the Reverend Mother.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the Reverend Mother.
Oh, I forgot she killed her. That one was good.
That was a good one. I think my sister liked that one a lot.
That one was good.
I also liked the cross. You can see like her grabbing the cross.
Yes, in the background while the nun is ultrasounding her.
For some reason, my first thought was, this is something paranormal. And then, no,
it was her grabbing the stick.
The cross.
Yeah. Oh, the cross. Well, that.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because the nuns outside were singing a Christmas song.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like da, 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 da. I think it was that one. I don't remember. But I was like,
Don't
is it
think
Christmas?
it was.
What are the odds?
I mean, it looked cold because when she was screaming for those whole like 5 minutes of giving birth, she there was like air coming out of her. It could just be because of where they were that it was like super cold, but yeah, I don't know. And so that's literally just how it ends. She literally just throws the rock down and kills the baby, and then credits. Which, I mean, I feel like is a decent ending for like a type of movie that it was, because it was dragged out a little bit, but I feel like it gave, I don't know, I feel like it kind of brought the movie together overall.
Overall, I liked the storyline.
I did too. I
really
liked it. I liked it too. I don't think it's like, I don't know.
I don't think there were any plot holes, but I think there's still something that I was left unsatisfied with.
Me too, and I don't know what it is. Me too, because I don't know what it is. There's something. Oh, the red-faced people.
Who cut Quinn's tongue?
They are.
Right before that lady jumps off, you see them in the window.
You do. Are they death? Like, are they supposed to like represent death? Well, no, because remember, Cecilia goes into a chapel, and it's like on the floor. One of them is on the floor, like
in a
praying.
cross position.
Yeah, and they're like praying or some shit. I don't know. Could those be like the people who took Jesus to the cross?
No,
or maybe the ones that nailed him to the cross?
Like
No?
represent?
Yeah, like to represent them or something?
I think so.
No? I don't know. That is actually really true.
It's a really good one. That's a good question.
Hold on. I know somebody's had to watch it and put something out of it. Hold on. Let me see. Red-faced people or none in Oh, it says in Bible. The nuns wear 2 veils, one white, another black.
The nuns' red masks in Immaculate represent. Guess.
Ghostface.
No.
That Ghostface that's behind you. Hold on. Is it like biblical?
It is biblical.
Oh, then I'm not gonna know.
Can you think, Eric? It's red.
Blood? Oh,
The blood of Christ.
really?
Yeah.
But why is it always
Underscoring the ritualistic nature of Father Tedeschi's followers.
I don't get it. I feel a little underwhelmed with that one. I guess because, like, I don't know. I think it's because in the scenes that we see them in, they're
diabolical.
They're diabolical.
Like,
so I'm like, so why
the
would
blood
it
of Christ
represent?
wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's why I'm like,
Christ in
something that's
general.
supposed to be so pure, I don't think would be, unless, well, I don't know. I guess the word like sacrificing.
We also have to remember It was like Corinthians. Hold on, 2 Corinthians 5:17.
Oh, that's right. She said something. The behind the painting. Yeah, behind
Yeah.
the painting there was a line,
Angel.
and it said
of
something
light.
about
Okay.
something about
I found it.
Satan.
It's 2 Corinthians 11:14.
11:14.
Uh,
Something about Satan will act or
and no wonder, for Satan himself transfigureth himself into an angel of light.
yeah. So he like
So I wonder
he will
if
act
Father
as
Tedeschi, however you pronounce his name,
is literally that.
is the angel of light.
That is actually Satan.
Or did she give birth to?
Oh, okay. I
I'm
like
just coming
that.
up
I
with
like
shit.
that. I completely forgot about the red
I
the
sure
red
did
masked
too.
people.
I think they were
Because
definitely more sinister.
because when she
than-
walked into that chapel and all I saw were feet, I said, "Put them dogs away," because ew. But I can now see why
and they also
feet are a very big thing on here because of Jesus and the nail.
yeah. But it was also like, and she was also in a cross position, like a crucifix.
She was
position,
laid
was on
out
the
like
floor.
that. She was laid out like that.
But they were also the ones who cut Quinn or Gwen's tongue.
Yeah,
Wait, that's also biblical, I think.
like
Did-
see no
did-
evil, hear no evil,
Maybe.
type thing.
Speak no evil.
Speak no evil.
Because she's the one who was like talking shit.
She was talking a lot of shit.
The mind of a mastermind.
Okay,
bro.
so maybe
We
okay.
have the mind of a we have the mind.
Mega mind. That's why. We
Big
got big
head.
brain. We got big brain. Yeah. Okay. I like that discussion. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. Okay.
All right.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Okay, let's make the last of this quick.
All right. So finally getting to the cast, which we've been talking so great about.
And honestly, who I loved. Even the people that I didn't like. Slade.
Yeah.
Great.
Sydney Sweeney
Love Sweeney Todd. Love you, girl. You slayed.
as Sister Cecilia.
Yep.
Alvaro Morte, which is it muerte in Latin? I could be wrong. I could be
Wow.
wrong.
Wow.
Fine as hell.
Okay.
As Father Sal Tedeschi.
Mm-hmm.
Simona Tabasco. Great last name, bro.
Love.
As Sister Mary. Who the fuck is Sister? Oh, the one
Is
from
she
the
the
very
one-
beginning.
I think so, yeah.
Benedita.
That picture of her slaying.
Mm-hmm.
She's on beach.
Benedita Parcoroli as Sister Gwen. It was Gwen, not Quinn. My bad.
Sister Gwen.
Giorgio Colangeli as Cardinal Franco Merola,
I think he either played the Pope looking dude or the father. Or the priest, whatever.
or the doctor. Oh no, the doctor's
no,
down
the doctor was, yeah.
here. Dora Romano as Mother Superior.
Fake ass.
Julia Heathfield de Renzi as Sister Isabel.
She was psycho.
She looked.
It was supposed to be me. Like,
Can-
what do you mean it was supposed to
okay,
be you?
y'all don't cancel me, but her face kind of like not her face. She's beautiful, but her acting, like the way that she
Oh,
looked,
yeah.
Kind of
She had a bitch face the entire time.
To, like my own Catholic drama.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gianperio Giudica as Dr. Gallo,
Lot of Italian actors. Love.
which is good.
Love.
Good. Betty Pedracci. I feel like that's how they.
Yeah, maybe.
As Sister Francesca, and Giuseppe Lo Piccolo as Deacon Enzo. He looks so familiar.
Fuck him.
Oh yeah, fuck him too though.
Bro, now I can't get over that scene we were just discussing. That was such a good scene of her running away. And like the way, that was nice. That was
Delicious.
nice. That was nice. I don't know who, I need to find out who the videographer was.
Cinematographer?
Videographer. And who all went into displaying that scene because it was beautiful. Okay, moving on.
Alvaro Morte, I knew he looked familiar. He's on Money Heist. He's Spanish.
Oh, I liked Money Heist.
I've
Money
never
Heist was
watched
good. It was good. I think you'd like it.
But I knew that he was from somewhere, and so I looked him up.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's good.
Before I get hate, before you kill me.
I am going to kill you because I already know what you're going to say. And it's fine.
Yeah, because I'm sick.
No, that's not why,
So
but okay.
You can come up with something.
No.
A ver.
No.
Okay, mine. Go ahead. Let's sing the song and then I'll come up with something.
Okay, guys. Well, we're nearing the end of the episode, so we can try to play a little Would you rather? Yeah. Oh God, you're a little out of tune. Anyway, so since we literally just watched this movie, qué pena. No tenemos uno. We
Yes,
don't have
we do.
one.
Okay, would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather be impregnated? Would you rather have like, be like a miracle, like a Virgin Mary or Jane the Virgin type of situation, right? Or oh, okay. Would you rather have your tongue cut out
Ooh.
because you're speaking evil, or would you rather
Give birth to
give
Satan's
birth
baby?
to Satan's baby?
I'd rather give birth to Satan's baby. I need my tongue. I like talking shit. So
Same.
as simple as that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Right off the noggin. That's good. That's good.
Thank you. I do try.
Okay.
I do try sometimes.
Okay. But also I think it'd be fun. Like a little experiment. Like, to be fair, Satan or the devil was once an angel. Like, who says that one of his spawns can't,
And
go back to heaven? And it's my goal to get him there.
one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Names
Mhm.
for Satan
Satanas.
is the Day Star.
That is one of the names. Okay, that's what I'm
And
naming the child.
Satan the
Day Star.
Apollo the Destroyer.
Apollo
The deceiver of the
Destroyer.
whole world. Oh, how you have fallen, O Day Star, son of dawn.
I
Ugh,
love that.
I love it.
I love it
I
all.
love it.
You're like, no, wait, hold on.
I got this from a very great talk that I went to at a Catholic conference.
Wow, look at
So,
you.
I mean, listen, that the talker. I think I don't know what he is. Anyway, great talk. That's all I'm
Okay.
gonna say.
So would you rather get your tongue taken out since you don't, would you be interested in giving birth to Satan's baby?
After watching that scene, and
You
the
know what I
amount
just
of-
realized?
what?
I have not been posting the would you rathers. That's my fault. Anyway, I'll post them.
I
Continue.
don't know. I don't know. I would choose.
Because it's your tongue. I do a lot of savoring on my tongue. 'Cause I
Hey.
love all the sweets. I love all
But
the
that
sours.
But that means you won't eat anymore, and you can get.
Oh my God, you're so right. I want to be skinty. But something
Anyway.
tells me they would force feed me liquids or some shit. Can you still drink with no tongue? You can?
How do you know?
He's like, I once did not have a tongue.
It grew back.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm still choosing to give birth to Satan's baby. I like talking shit. What about you?
Tongue.
Tongue?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. We can have different answers. All right.
All right. Well, anyway, now that we're done with that, I think it's time to go ahead and rate this movie.
Yes.
Before ending the episode.
Yes.
Now, this is a horror movie, so we will have our two scales of satisfactory and scary. Just because a horror movie is good does not always mean it is scary.
Scary.
So, Monica, with that being said, I have a question for you.
I'm ready.
What do you rate this movie?
Oh my God, thank you. So, rating this movie. Scary scale. I'm going to give it a 5. I'm giving it a 5 because giving credit where credit is due. A lot of gore. Jump scares got me. Jump scares did get me. I'm easily spooked. I can't help it. And the concept of becoming some random church's Virgin Mary sounds pretty scary, pretty terrifying.
Against your own free will.
Against my own free will. No,
And
thank you.
You know,
No,
that's
thank
another
y'all.
thing. Because
Oh
from-
yeah, aren't they like all about free will
they
and
are
stuff?
because if I'm not mistaken, literally what don't quote me on this.
We're gonna quote you. Start quote.
But if I'm not mistaken, like Christianity believes that what God is giving us is free will. And the fact that they took that from her is a whole other thing.
That's true. But it's their free will to do what they want. There you go. It's all twisted and crazy. So yeah, it's scary. And religion in general to me is still it's a scary concept and it's a little sensitive. And no thank y'all. No thank y'all. Satisfactory? I still don't know. I'm still sitting on it. I don't know. Right now, I'm going to give it a 7. I don't think 7 is a bad number. I'm knocking it a couple of points off because it was a little slow. But I feel like I didn't hate the slowness.
Yeah, I have nothing against
like I didn't
slow
hate
burn
it
in specific movies.
Yeah, and I don't think this was a bad movie to experience that in. Like it was good. It was nice. I didn't mind it. Well, damn. 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. And I feel like I'm knocking it down the like 2.5, 3.5 points because of just there's something lacking and I don't know what it is. And I think maybe the longer we sit with it, the more we see reviews of it, maybe someone points something out that I didn't catch. Like, I think maybe I'll find out what that was, but I don't know. It lacks something, but I don't know exactly what it is. And that's as far as I'm going to put that. So, because I didn't have any expectations going into this movie. It was all just, I'm going to watch it as a standalone and see how I feel. So, that's how I feel about that. What about you?
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Scary. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah.
I'm
supposed to scary.
not just because of the jump scares. Sorry, I feel like gagging. I don't know what I'm smelling, but I feel like cut that out. Just kidding. What's it called? Oh yeah, a 6. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
Yep.
You know how they be.
We do.
Jump scares. The thought of, I don't know, like maybe like a 5.5. I don't know. I feel like I had it and then I lost it. Satisfactory 7.
Yeah, like
and a half.
yeah.
Same reason I'm docking points because there's something that I left
I wanted
unsatisfied
more
with.
But I don't know.
I don't know what it
is.
was.
I don't know either. I don't know if it's because I haven't watched like a good slow burn in a horror movie specifically in a while, maybe that maybe it sits weird with me, but I don't know. I still am unsure. But 7.5 is not a bad rating. Let's just put that out there, first of all. It's not.
It's not compared to.
I don't know, a 3.
Have we given a 3 before? Satisfactory.
Satisfactory for a 3.
What was the last movie we? Oh,
And then the apocalypse. What were you thinking of?
I did the ruins. I forgot what I gave. I think I gave it like a 4 or 5. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
didn't like it very much.
Yeah. I remember Anne and the Apocalypse. I hated that.
I liked Anne and the Apocalypse.
I did not.
We have different
Anyway.
tastes.
Well, okay then. Those are some good ratings. Do expect our ratings to change maybe. I don't know. But I think that basically concludes this episode of the 2024 movie Immaculate. Since we're already pretty much at the end, we just want to let you know that this was a blast to record, as always. If today's episode intrigued you and you want to watch this movie, well, guess what? You can, because it's in theaters. Yay. Being able to say that again. It's been a while since we've been able to say that, so it feels good. But yeah, thank you so much, of course, for tuning in and listening and watching and staying. Thank you. If you want to keep up with us, we will have all of our social media in the summary description.
Yeah, and as we say,
Every single episode. Careful
as
now.
we say in every episode.
Are you okay?
No. I feel it tickle down this nostril, and it won't come out. But
Disgusting.
anyway, that's why I'm laughing because I'm ticklish.
It's literally
It's
tickling.
literally a tickle, like going down this nostril.
Sniffle.
No,
like that.
It's gonna get worse.
Okay.
Anyway, as we say in every episode, what do we say?
I don't forget.
I know we always say this, but we sincerely do appreciate you guys for listening.
She's crying, okay, guys? She's literally in tears.
And for supporting us. I'm just so grateful.
With that being said, if you like this week's episode, then please tune in to next week's episode where we will get to watch another new movie that literally came out the same day as Immaculate, which is Late Night with the Devil. 2 devil movies in a row.
I've had a late
We are
night with
demonic.
the devil.
We are demonic. This is our late night with the devil, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that one. I have not seen a preview for it. I've seen
like a snippet of the preview, but I keep scrolling up.
Yeah, I don't.
Actually, that's a lie. I don't scroll up. I actually pause the video and I open the comments.
Me too. And I saw one of the comments say that they feel like they either ripped off or paying an homage to like Ghostwatch, which I watched. I was explaining to them before we started recording. And it's actually pretty good. It's another slow burn. It's really slow. It doesn't really pick up until the last 30 minutes. It was so good. Such a good movie. So I'm excited to kind of see what they do because the concept of this Late Night with the Devil does kind of match Ghostwatch, which I'm kind of interested because Ghostwatch, I feel like for a movie that came out in the 90s, I feel like was pretty scary because it's a found footage film and it looks really good. So I kind of liking that style.
I really like David, who's the lead
guy.
He's in Belko Experiment. He's also in The Boogeyman. I think it's The Boogeyman. I don't remember. Great actor. I really like him. So I'm excited. I like him a lot. Yeah. And there's something I want to mention, but I will wait.
You want to save it?
I will let it linger.
Are you sure?
I will hold the suspense. There's another phrase for that. I don't know. I can't think right now. I need to sneeze. That's the only thing in my mind right now.
All right.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I need to ask you a question before we leave anyway.
Really?
Yes, my turn.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like I'm always the one asking
I know.
you.
Not today.
I'm always asking you the question.
Not
bro.
today.
A ver?
Jessica,
That's me.
what did you... Well, actually, no. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. Did you think that this week's movie, Immaculate 2024, was
Starring
a movie?
Sydney Sweeney.
Starring Sweeney Todd was a movie?
Yes.
I
I do think this week's movie was a movie.
thought it was a movie. I thought
Again,
it was pretty good.
I think we wanted to not like it.
You know what? Maybe that's
And
lacking.
it exceeded our
It's our lacking
expectations.
our enthusiasm for this movie.
It exceeded our expectations.
It kind of did. I went in not really having any. So I'm glad that I came out pretty satisfied. I didn't hate it.
You know, funny enough, it wasn't until I sat down in this chair an hour ago that it came to my mind that, that wasn't a paranormal movie.
You know what, girl?
I know. I wasn't.
Oh, there was a couple sitting next to me, like literally like this way. I was sitting next to the girl, and then next to the girl was her little boyfriend. And as soon as credits started rolling, she goes, I gave it a 7 out of 10. So she literally gave me her rating without literally giving me her rating. She's like, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. The boyfriend gave it like a 4. And he was like, I'm pretty disappointed. And she's like, I kind of am too, but like I didn't hate it. And they were like going back and forth. There was 2 girls in front of me, besties. And they both were like, that movie was really good. And I was like, you know what? Y'all are so right. Girlies are so right. Y'all are so correct. So
There was also a couple in front of me. I wonder what they thought about the movie.
wow, small world.
Small world.
Small. Anyway,
It's a small world after all.
so it was a movie.
It was a movie.
It was
This
a
week's
movie.
was a movie.
I love it. Okay, well there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will talk to you guys next week to review another movie As always, we've been your hosts, Monica.
And Jess.
Stay safe
And
stay spooky.
Out of all the women in the world, why did he choose me?
How can we trust what's inside you?